pages and trying to read stuff, but here we are. Finally, only a little bit late, but you know what they say, better late than never. I actually was gonna do something silly to start this off, but I'm gonna just skip it because I was trying to eat and
Why
all that
not
stuff.
silly? Why not silly, sir? It makes
Huh?
it fun. Why not the silly stuff? It makes it fun.
No, it does. It's just I didn't have a chance because of other things.
Okay, I gotcha.
Wait for people to actually see because they probably lost their hope. That's why black folk gotta be on time and shit.
Yes. Hmm.
I'm just looking like, is anybody on? Hello. We
So what
gonna
we gonna
get
talk
this
about?
started in a second. Nah, I
Okay.
mean, you see the title. The title itself is like kind of self-explanatory. So it is
I don't
talking
see the
about
title, but I know what we said it was going to be, but I don't actually see the title at all.
somebody's asking to join.
Who's
I
actually
will
going?
I will deal with that. And just let me see.
Who's asking to join?
I'll deal with it. There's somebody that probably wants to watch,
Okay.
but they want to watch through here.
Who is it? Let him in.
You know, the computer's churning butter. That's what it
Mm,
does.
okay. Hmm.
See,
Well, hello, everyone. Good evening,
yes,
everyone.
good evening. Good afternoon, good evening. Hold on a minute. I'm still here. The hell
You
was that?
froze. You froze.
I know.
Oh, okay.
I'll be right back. All right. Here I am again.
Okay.
All right. So, how's it going today, people? Happy to see y'all here for another edition of this lovely thing we call the Social Experiment self titled podcast. I am one of your hosts, Maximus, and this is Sabrina here. Well, she's over there, but whatever, man. This orientation just fucks me up. But,
Today
anyway,
is what, Saint Patrick's Day.
listen, I'm tired of folks with the St. Patrick's Day thing. You want to tell you what irritates me about St. Patrick's Day? I know we got a topic, and we're going to get into that in a second. But the number one thing that frustrates me about St. Patrick's Day is
Mm-hmm.
black folk be going harder for St. Patrick's Day than they do for their own damn holiday.
Mm-hmm.
They sit up here on St. Patrick's Day and be wearing the green, and they all want to go to the bar and get their drink on and whatever other stuff that's involved, which they don't even know half the lore that's actually involved in the history of St. Patrick's Day and all that stuff. And my thing is it's just like Black History Month goes by and it's like, huh?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like, huh? You don't even know because most people don't even acknowledge the shit. So it's like moving on. Anyway, so now we're going to get into the topic at hand, which is the sexual stigmas of society. Because there are a lot of things like lately, a hot topic I've seen in pop culture is a lot of people, especially women, are being judged because they choose a more promiscuous sexual life.
Mm-hmm.
And me personally, I'm not one to throw stones. You know what I'm saying? So I'll just say I'm not gonna knock somebody or judge somebody due to their past. Now,
Right.
but the thing is, a lot of men do it, and I will say this is one time where us fellas really have to hold the ball on that because a lot of times it's the men, they sit there and they're judging females on, oh, well, they've dealt with this many partners, so I'm not going to ever marry her. Or maybe she got a few kids or whatever. I'm not going to marry her. I mean, we all have our preferences. But, being a stepdad and choosing not to deal with a woman because she has a X amount of kids or whatever, I could understand more than judging somebody based on their body count per se.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But, then there's other stigmas which are a part of subculture of all of that. Sabrina.
What?
So you forgot what you wanted to talk about? That was some of the subculture.
I didn't know that you were done with your thoughts, sir. You always go on and on and
I
on.
said, Sabrina, what else you want me to do? You want me to draw a picture and be like,
Shut up, man. No, no. The amount of sex partners, that does not matter to me either. Uh,
you're a woman that never marries to
and
women? That's
so, I mean, I'm just some no now. Some women that does matter, but some women feel like oh, he's got this many people. They think about of course, STDs come up. Then it's the pressure to be as good as the old partners used to be, could possibly have been, rather.
is that a
You
thing?
know, yes,
Huh.
that's pressure on a female to be able to do those things that, especially if it was nasty sex, you know, they they expect all females to be that way. So I
Really?
mean, yes, that's another thing that's come up.
I had
So
no idea that that was even a thing.
yes, I will even go into it a little bit more.
Do so.
As far as my whole thing about the sex thing, guys expect some men expect a lot of porn sex. I feel like, in my opinion, porn can mess up a sexual relationship. It can mess up a relationship, period, because those girls get paid to do all the things that they do, all in one sitting, all in one session.
Uh-huh.
We all know what porn is and what they do with porn, you know. So I mean, we're still trying to keep this, I guess, a little bit clean for YouTube. However, I mean, with me, I can get vulgar. So I'm trying to scale back here, so just bear with me. But and as far as oral goes, with
Oh no,
myself,
I just want to let you know something, just a heads up.
go
This
ahead.
podcast is um for adults.
Okay,
It's
so I
actually
can.
so you can talk. You
Hmm.
understand what I'm saying? You can let it
Okay,
go. I mean,
okay,
you know, I would say don't go too crazy, but you got this. You know what I'm saying?
okay. So I can be free a little bit. All right, let
You
me
could
go on with
definitely
it.
be free a little bit.
So my whole thing is this, fellas. I'm gonna point this out to you guys. Women that give oral. Be happy with what you get. Not every woman is going to deep throat. Okay. Not every woman knows how to. Not every woman is going to swallow. I ain't gonna tell my business. But I mean, to me, is if you're with somebody that you are in a committed relationship with, or married to, or engaged to.
I have a
I,
rebuttal.
hold on, let me finish my thought, sir. I just don't think, or unless you feel like it. However, for me, I don't think that every man deserves to be swallowed. Now, y'all know you're gonna say, well, what about us swallowing your stuff? Well, did nobody tell you to swallow? Did nobody tell you to swallow? It's just all about how comfortable you are with that person and how you feeling with that person. So I gotten that. Why did you swallow it? Uh, you better be glad I even let it get in my mouth, sir. Okay? Be glad with what you got because at least you got off from it. So that's how I feel about that. And some people, I'm gonna get on Gene in a minute, but
'Cause
as far as oral goes, not every woman is going to, fellas, stop expecting these women to give you throat all the time. Stop expecting every woman to swallow. Stop it.
I
That's
got
not fair
so
and
much.
that's uncool.
I swear I
You
got so much to say.
can rebut all you want to after I'm done. Okay. But like
Well,
I said, porn can certainly mess up the sexual experience if you're expecting that type of sex all the time. Now, like I said, you can get some nasty sex, but however, with me, I have to be comfortable. I have to be that comfortable. I have to know you, and give somebody a chance. Give people a chance to get to know how to please you sexually as well. Don't just out off the bat expect that type of sex all the time with a new partner. With me, you got to build up. I can't give all of it to you. You might stop. All right, go ahead, sir.
first of all, let's get into the physics of this logic that a lot of people's talking right here. First of all, when you are performing oral sex on a man, not every man does, but the majority of men do pre-cum. So guess what? You already gulping back some of that joint, even when you don't realize you is. You're taking some of it down. I don't care how well nobody's throat is completely watertight. Some of that shit is coming down. Not just that. I'm gonna say something about Strawberry Thompson's comment too, because she talked about save some for later. Here's the thing, though. I'm gonna tell you a little joke to that. When you try to save something for later, good evening, Royce. When you try to save something for later, what ends up happening is you make a bad impression and make them think that you may or may not be capable of certain things. And if that's what that person's looking for, you might not get another shot. And the thing is, you can shrug your shoulders on that. But if you see this person as somebody that got potential to be somebody to you, you gonna care about that first impression. Because I don't care who you is.
Well, okay.
I don't care who you are. Everybody has somebody that'll put them in a position where they want to put that extra foot forward for that person. I don't care who you think you are or how. I don't care about nobody you want to pretend to be. Yeah, somebody walked into a hell of a conversation, clearly. Funny he said a nutty conversation, but I'm not gonna ride on that one because that's just too much on the fence with that one. That's too obvious. You know what I'm saying? Also, you said something. What was the other thing you said? You said you don't want, oh, and the thing is, nobody's expecting porno sex, but a lot of times women are unrealistic too because they think that every time a man's piping, he gonna be trying to throw it down for 3-4 hours, shooting off like 15 nuts at a time. I drink a hell of a lot of water. I drink a hell of a lot of water, and I'll tell you, water is the key.
Yes,
Hello,
it is.
Apple. Water is a key to having a abundant explosion. It is.
It is.
Water is the key to that because you have to keep yourself hydrated.
Mhm.
But the problem is that 9 times out of 10, when a man receives his oral, he don't even get his nut off. That's not a thing that happens all the time. There's plenty of men that don't get that that nut off at all ever during sex. And it's not because the woman's not good enough. It's one of those things where for some reason it can't happen or it's almost impossible to happen. It just doesn't happen. No matter how much effort is put into it. You understand what I'm saying? And for the person that's saying that's your fault, applesauce, no, technically, if we was to hold y'all to accountability the way y'all women hold us men to accountability, it would be the woman's fault that she hasn't found the up, up, down, down, left, right combination to make us go, oh.
I
But
can
then,
agree with that.
but then, and the thing is, I don't blame the women. I know it's a lot of times it's us guys' fault. But if you want to play that accountability game, then we same thing could be said when a woman don't get her nut if a guy's going down on her, where it's not his fault because she should know how to get herself off, just like that guy should know how to get himself there, right? So if we're gonna use that logic, we have to use
No,
it on both sides of the
hold
conversation.
on.
No, there is
No,
no hold
I'm
on. No, no, no.
I'm gonna
We
come
ain't
back to
doing.
that one. I'm gonna come back
You
to that
will. You come back to it, but I'm gonna just tell you
one.
this right now. She writing it down.
Uh-huh. I am.
She writing it down. But my thing is that at the end of the day, you cannot have a situation where you hold one partner to one level of accountability and the other partner is held to the other. Also, I will tell you one of the things that ruins a lot of women's sexual experience, and that is the overuse of toys. It messes with your sensitivity. This is scientifically proven because
I agree with that.
you get used to something that only a computer or a machine could possibly do. No dude is moving at 3,000 RPMs. Okay, I don't give a fuck how quick your tongue is. 3,000 RPMs held for 5 minutes in a row is a very impossible thing to do. And unfortunately, us men, we have to breathe. So that ain't gonna happen. So that toy will always win. But fellas, I will say this. The toy is not your enemy. The toy is your teammate. Use that toy and use your dick and drive her all the way to the promised land. I give you that one for free.
Yes.
And always remember, fellas, while you stroking, especially you got big hands like mine, learn how to grip that waist and stroke and utilize that opposable thumb at the same time. Because that also can provide you with a little extra stimulation. Because, fellas, as much as the stroke does give them a vaginal orgasm, the best orgasm experience they're going to have is when they get the one with their clit being stimulated. That's why a lot of times the women like to ride you, even when they're doing that riding thing that sometimes bends us and makes us feel awkward because some women don't know how to do it right. Some women do, but some women don't, and those are the ones that end up bending your shit every single time they doing it, and that sucks. I'd hate to be the victim of one of those ever again in my life. Thank God I don't have that problem now, but I'm just saying. You understand what I'm saying? Like, my point is that you have to make sure that you allow them to get theirs, because honestly, a woman, once she gets that first one out, that next level of nasty kicks in. She be thinking about doing things that she was never thinking about doing before. Once you get her to that place, you know what I'm saying? Sabrina,
Yes.
give me 1 second because I think my delivery just showed up.
Okay, go ahead.
So I'll be right back.
Well, while he's away, I'm going to just get hit on this. When he talked about whose fault it is, who's at fault when someone does not get off from head, no matter if it's a female or a male. Honestly, it's the person who is receiving. That's your fault, honestly, because you have. It could possibly be both of you guys' fault. However, it's very important to know what a person likes and how they like it before you start. Now, me, if I see something's not working when I'm giving head, if it's not working and I know that it can work, then I know that I need to be asking questions. I know some men don't want no questions being asked. However, how will somebody know exactly what speed or what pressure to apply to you if we don't ask? If we see that you're not getting off, and we know that you're possibly even capable of getting off with head, So speak up, let somebody know, like, if I'm giving you head and your ass sitting there like, okay, well, it's feeling good, but damn, she just not getting, it ain't, it's the grip. Tell me, like, grip it a little more, go a little faster, go a little slower, even, or put some more spit on it, which, okay, we're going to talk about that too. But I'm just saying, don't be afraid to open up your mouth and just let her know, what you want while she's giving you head, and maybe you just might get off. I mean, I know some men get off standing up.
Oh,
I find that some men have to stand up in order to get off while getting head, receiving head. I mean, if you want that like to stand up, hey, let a sister know. Hey, I gotta stand up in order for you to get me off while I'm giving you head. So it's all about what you like, and it's all about what she's comfortable with. I think that a lot of people have to get out of their head.
hmm.
They're receiving oral. We have so much on our mind. Relax. This is supposed to be an experience. It's supposed to be a release going on. The main focus is to get off. Get out the head. Stop thinking about what bill you need to pay. Stop thinking about what's gonna happen after you get done with this. Stop thinking.
Hmm.
Stop. Think about only thing you need to be focused on is what's going on with your body at that moment. So get out y'all's head, because I had to learn that. I had to get out of my head, and I promise you, since I've been getting out of my head and letting things flow, I get off a lot more. I don't
All
have
right,
those problems no more.
all right.
Go ahead.
All right. So here I am. Pardon me, y'all. I'm on a very specific diet because trying to drop some poundage. You know what I'm saying? So I am on a strict eating schedule, which for me, this is my dinner time because of the way I work. Even though I'm running a little late with it because I'm on here with you guys, but I don't mind that because I'm gonna do some exercise before I go to bed. Anyway, catching up to what's going on here because I see a lot has been happening here.
Reading comments. Let
And
me turn my ceiling fan
I
off.
heard about the whole um last like I said, there's nothing wrong with feeling like you're challenged sexually. And there's nothing wrong with having a mature conversation with your partner sexually. I say the biggest problem and the reason why a lot of people fail when it comes, and the thing is, sex becomes about 75% of your relationship when it's bad. When it's good, it's only about 25, 30%. That doesn't mean you're only doing it that much of the time. That just means that's what it becomes because you don't have a proper communication about it and you're not happy with it. And unfortunately, human beings tend to focus on negative stuff more than positive stuff. It's just our nature.
Mhm.
You understand what I'm saying? So my thing is, in saying that, is that if you want to have a better sexual chemistry with your partner, your major key is whether it's a partner for a moment or a partner for a lifetime, communication is the key. Paying attention to your partner is the key. Fellas, pay attention to the woman. I will tell you, as a guy that used to steal dudes' women all the time, it wasn't about me being the Don Juan of the universe. I paid attention because it's my nature. I have an attention to detail thing. So I notice everything. It's a gift that I have. So it makes it easy for me to observe things. But my thing is, a lot of you fellas just don't pay attention because y'all too busy trying to do your own thing. Sex is like dancing. It's nothing wrong with taking the lead. As a man, more than likely you're going to take the lead in it anyway. So what you want to do is let her know that you're leading her, but show her and communicate. And when she's showing you what rhythm works for her, follow her through with that. Go with her with that and make her rhythm sink into yours so then both of y'all can win. Especially if you're one of them dudes that complains, oh, my chick don't really do this, or my chick, she only don't do that because you don't know how to bring that shit out of her. And that's a major issue. I've consulted people multiple times where they complain about, oh, their woman wasn't into this, oh, their woman wasn't into that. Listen, women are nastier than us men could ever hope to be. And the reason why you ain't getting the nasty is either you ain't hitting on shit or you aren't trying to hit on shit. Right. And honestly, a lot of that accountability is the man, because women are pretty simple. They have a very simple code to them. You just got to learn them. Every woman's not the same. You can't just go dagger, 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 jamming them. Every woman don't like that. Some women like a little bit of caressing. You know, you got to figure out what their love language is and rock with it. Because at the end of the day, us men, we're going to get ours one way or the other. Mm-hmm. But the key thing is, if you want to have a really great experience, you have to learn to bring that woman to the promised land, because then she's going to take the reins and get all different types of levels of nasty and want to do all types of fun things with you. And the thing is, in today's society, which I do want to roll back on the topic because we derailed a little bit, started going into the whatever, but in today's society, a lot of times that stuff is shamed, and it shouldn't be. There's nothing wrong with those that like to save their sex for marriage. Me personally, as a relationship consultant, I think it's a horrible idea, because you should learn somebody's love language before you are betrothed to them. But that's my personal opinion. I can't tell people how to live their life. Now, I would say the biggest and most important thing is, again, and I'm going to keep saying this, communication. That doesn't mean just talking. The nonverbal cues, fellas. You know how many times, even non-sexual, you know how many times I've seen a woman clearly has an interest in this dude? I'm telling dude, fam, she's feeling you. Dude's like, man, she ain't really checking for me, man. Look at her. She looking mad good and shit. She ain't feeling the kid like that. You know, she probably doesn't. And I've seen guys talk themselves right out the pussy before they even had a chance to talk to them. Like, honestly. And
you know that's happening. Let's talk about that.
No, but that same observational skills have to exist when it comes to being intimate with a woman, because women do a lot of nonverbal cue stuff. Women are they emote. So you need to learn their emoting. That's why, even for those that live alternative lifestyles, I notice a lot of them, and they know who they are. You understand what I'm saying? They'll go out there, they'll have their little fun, their little play sessions, whatever. A lot of them like to talk and get to know who it is they may be choosing to play with, because it allows you to feel their vibe and understand their nonverbal cues a little bit before you get into the sexual aspect. Whether you're, like I said, whether this is for a moment or whether it's for a lifetime, whether you're looking to just have fun or you're looking for a life partner, these are skills that you need to develop. And women, y'all need sometimes to shut up and listen to the men too. Because a lot of times y'all think just because y'all wet and you gripping on something that you doing something. That ain't it for a man that's used to something. A lot of women are not good listeners because they're always talking. And that's just a fact. They're so busy always telling us what they want, and it's about women power, and you look everywhere as women empowerment, this. And listen, I am not a chauvinist. I'm all for it. But my whole point is that you have to also learn to listen. If that man is giving you certain advice, if he's, yo, what's good, Mark? If he's giving you certain advice, if he's saying, listen, I like it when you do it like this. Don't start doing like this for half a second, then go back to whatever the fuck other nonsense you was doing. No.
Keep that same.
Keep that. Thank you. Say it, Sabrina.
Yes, keep it
Say it.
going, baby. Gotta keep it
Keep that
going.
same
Might feel
energy.
different. It might feel different, and you might get tired, but keep going
Listen,
because that's what's gonna make him get off.
it's like working any other muscle of the body.
Mhm.
It takes practice.
Yes.
That's why I respect those that do the play partner thing. I've seen it. That's all I'm gonna say about that on here. But anyway, I've seen it. But my thing is, at the end of the day, you can't have somebody like literally you just met them and then figure out their body.
Right.
People like that are a special breed.
Mhm.
Most dudes ain't doing that though. You understand what I'm saying? And
Right.
I agree with what Mark King is saying right there. He said, you know, and the attitude in a lot of cases is, you can't tell me shit, I'm grown. Yes, we can, because we grown too.
Exactly.
And when a whole man is talking, you need to be quiet and listen. Just like when the woman is talking, I'm going to shut the fuck up and I'm going to sit back and hear what she got to say. If my woman comes to me and she tells me, listen, I got something I need to say to you, I'm going to sit back and I'm going to shut the fuck up. I'm 6'6", 320 pounds. I've got her beat by a lot of inches and a lot of weight. And I still will sit back and shut the fuck up when it's time to shut the fuck up. You understand what I'm saying? My point is, this ain't about who's the man or who's the woman. This is
Right.
about communication. I'm going to
It's a
keep saying that
partnership.
word
It's a
because that is where
partnership.
most of you fail. Mark King has seen it too. A lot of times y'all go to events, go do your thing, and because you ain't paying attention to the woman, you make a move at the wrong time, end up making yourself look like the donkey of the day.
Mm.
It happens in many arenas. Whether you walk one lifestyle or the other, it doesn't matter. Because at the end of the day, communication is communication. It doesn't matter where it's coming from. And it is frustrating to see how many of you constantly fail in that aspect. I mean, hell, y'all give me something to do. And I haven't even been actively doing consultations lately because I've been on some other project and some other things. I do too much. So I'm trying to learn to focus. But my thing is as I open that back up, and I'll tell you from the years I've done it, one of the biggest things is I thank you for paying me, but it had you just communicate a little bit, you probably could have saved yourself a couple of dollars. Some people's issues are a little bit deeper, which is where I come in. But a lot of times your problem is simply you don't pay attention and you don't listen. And paying attention and listening are not the same thing. And it's not the same as hearing either. Because you can be paying attention and listening and still not hear them. And that's a problem that happens way too often in all different types of relationships. And that's women and men. Sabrina, I ain't gonna keep getting, you know, I could go on this one all day. Go ahead.
I know you can.
Oh, hold
I'm
on
gonna
one
get on.
second.
Go ahead. Go
I
ahead.
just wanna say something because Royce said something and actually looks, yeah. Men generally come in the game handicapped socially. I like this one. See that one right there? It's at the bottom of the screen.
I
It
see
said
it.
men generally come in the game handicapped socially, while women generally come in far more experienced, and the challenges meeting in the middle. That's an interesting perspective to take.
I don't agree with
Now,
that.
I'm gonna chime in on it.
Sorry.
Then I'm gonna shut the fuck up, and Sabrina, you ride this one. You go ahead because you was on all cylinders. I want you to fire back up. But
Go ahead.
here was the thing: is that when it comes to the being handicapped socially thing, I think in truth, it's a state of mind you have to get into. As a man, you have to realize that you are a wolf. You are meant to be a hunter. Literally, our bodies are designed to be hunters.
Mhm.
We are meant to capture and devour our food. Not to make it sound so carnal or anything, but pretty much that's the situation. And in that situation, you have to kind of take the aggressor role. Now, for men that feel it, because some men do feel that way. And I will say this, in general, my experience is often women aren't really that experienced, especially when it comes to dealing with a man that just you can't just do any old thing with and they just gonna be okay. Where you actually have to put in some effort and show them something in order for it to be okay. Now with women, I could say this. Women often flex harder than men do, which means they just pretend to be more sure because they know how to keep their shit close to the vest. They know how to play it off. It's called smoke and mirrors, my friend. They ain't nowhere near as experienced as they flexing, but they know that when it comes to sex, women really do call the shots. Period.
Yes.
Men control relationships, women control sex. That's where it stands true. Just like a woman can be with a man for mad years and not be married because the man didn't propose to her. That's the man's choice not to make it go further. Or they're not in a relationship, they're in a situationship. That's because the man didn't lock it in. You as a man have a hell of a lot of control. A lot of times, sexually, a woman is second guessing herself all over the place before she gets into it because she's afraid if she's going to do something wrong. Is her pH balance on point? Did she shave good enough? Did she put the right perfume on? There's so many things women have to worry about. It's amazing that they even are juicy as they are when they get started. Because that shit sounds stressful. All we gotta do is make sure that we're hard, which for most of us is not that hard a thing to worry about. And if it is something that's hard to worry about, there are medical options out there that can help you. There are natural options out there that can help you. This can help you. See this? I know it looks like a clear dip, but it's a bottle of water. This helps a lot. You need your blood to flow. If you don't drink water, your arteries are going to clog up something awful.
Right.
Water helps to flush your system.
Mm-hmm.
Not just that. For you West Indians, you go see your root man or whatever. Let me tell you something. He has all types of different natural concoctions and everything. You know, I will tell you, I give you one free one where you don't even, it's not even really a concoction. Just look up CMOS. Start taking some of that.
Yeah.
You
If
understand?
you're not allergic.
If you're not allergic to it, find out if you're allergic to it first. Maybe. I've had it before, so I know I'm good. But look up CMOS, things like that. There's many options that you can take on that will help you if you're having some issues in that way. And women, if you find yourself not as juicy as you used to be, or you're just not that juicy at all, Here comes this damn bottle again. Because damn it, let me tell you how many times I have noticed, and I will tell you this because I have dated women and quietly just observed. They don't drink water at
Mm-hmm.
all. And I'll be with them for days and days, and I'm just sitting there, and I'll be drinking my water. I'm actually like, matter of fact, I'm gonna take a sip right now. But my thing is that you have to. Sorry, I'm laughing at some of these comments, but you have to drink your water. Also, there are other things you could do now. I don't know on the woman's end. Maybe Sabrina probably has a little bit more insight on that.
Um, as far as that goes,
How do you help out the women there? I'm gonna
sometimes,
shut up.
sometimes, when you're dry, it's because you are not turned on enough. Okay, you're all in your head again. You're not turned on. Relax, sis. Okay, if you know that you drink a whole lot of water, your other problem may be mental. Okay, another one that could be not, that could be making you dry, and I know I've had this problem. Is sometimes whatever condom he may be using may be drying you out. There's lubrication, spit. I mean, I get nasty, so I mean, it's all kinds of things that you can do to get yourself moist again. And slowing down, telling him, hey,
Lubricant helps too.
let's slow down the speed a little bit, because I promise you, sometimes that slow rolling will get them juices flowing. So yes, I'm just saying. But that's gonna help out the system. So take those points. If you know that you are having a little dryness going on down there during intercourse. So yeah.
But I'm talking about those that maybe even on the initial could have some trouble. Because what I'm referring to, I'm more looking at the medical conditions and circumstances that could create these issues.
Hmm.
Because in some cases, what happens is,
What you say? What?
in some cases now, what can end up happening is that you can be doing everything sexually properly. You could be doing everything. The guy could be doing everything right. You know him. He's your partner. He's typically stimulating you, but lately that hasn't been working. It could be a physical thing where maybe, or a mental thing, like you said.
Hmm.
It could be a physical thing where maybe, because there's another thing, fellas. One thing y'all should know: women's spots move around. They're not always in the same spot. So if
Hmm.
you've been hitting the same spot regularly for mad days, try turning her around, doing something a little different. You know what I'm saying? If you want to get a little explicit, sometimes stick your tongue in the hole. Just say hi. You understand what I'm saying? Or sometimes turn them around and get into that booty. You understand what I'm saying? And this is for your partner. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to suggest this for somebody that you just playing with, but if that's what you
Right.
want to do, live your life. But my whole thing is, when it comes to your partner, you got to explore different things. You got to be flexible. You got to be willing to get nasty. You can't limit yourself, especially if you're somebody, male or female, who is looking for a life partner. You can't be looking for a life partner and talking about, I'm going to leave shit on the table and save it for later. Yeah, he going to save that wedding ring for later, or she going to say no when you propose because you sitting up there half-assing. And a person can tell when you half-assing. Just because they don't say shit don't mean they don't know you got more shit in the bag. You understand what I'm saying?
Mark,
So,
what don't you would agree with? What didn't Mark agree with? I want to answer
no,
that
he
question.
didn't agree with Royce's statement about the women being more experienced.
Oh yeah, I was gonna get back to that. Can I get on that right quick before I
Please get
forget?
on that. We get on that while it's
No,
still fresh.
my whole thing is with the women being more experienced. That's untrue. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna agree with that, because society, the way we grew up, society has taught us that we ought to be good girls. save ourselves a marriage and all that stuff. So honestly, when we are trying to have sex, or when we do actually have sex with you guys, guess what? Every single time, and we might not even say we're nervous as fuck. We're nervous as fuck. We are all in our heads sometimes because we're like, damn, should I even be doing this? Because society is back here in our head, you know. So we're not more experienced. I mean, of course, with masturbation, we know how to please ourselves with that. We've learned how to kind of master that a little bit, just the same as a
Mhm.
man does. However, guys are being taught totally different than what we're taught growing up. Guys are being taught, go out there, get yours, sow your wild oats, do all what you do. That's what you're supposed to do. Girls, we talk, keep your legs closed.
Can I
So
interject one question? Then I'm gonna shut the
go
fuck up
ahead,
again.
go
Just
ahead.
on that very topic, then I'm shutting up. This one thing that I never got about society, and Sabrina, I want you to touch on this.
Hmm.
How is it that they expect men to come out and be these king dingling and have all this experience while every woman is supposed to be saving it to be a virgin? So who are these men fucking? You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, yes. So that's the thing, I know a lot of guys that have lost their virginity to older women, women that were already experienced. My son being one of them. Okay, I mean, they lose their virginity. I hear it all the time.
The fact
Who
that
broke,
you
who
know
broke,
that
who
is
broke your virginity?
hilarious.
Yeah, I'm not gonna tell my baby's business on here, but
You just
he ended up
did.
telling his.
You literally just
No,
did.
no, I'm not gonna tell who did it and how it happened and what age. Come on now. I'm not gonna go into all those details. However, it was something that I learned grown, from him and his daddy. They had to sit me down, told me my baby wasn't a virgin no more. I broke down and cried. And I was like, okay,
Oh, oh, Sabrina, you know what Royce was talking about?
what's
I
that?
think he's referring to the older women. Like,
Oh,
if you're the type that deals with older women when you're
gotcha.
younger, a
Hmm.
lot of times there's a chance they might be more experienced than you. There's a chance they're not. Let me tell you something.
Okay.
Older women, mature, I shouldn't even say older because older don't mean mature.
Hmm.
Mature women are some of the most patient and work with you females ever. If you ever deal with somebody and they're making you feel uncomfortable, that's because they haven't grown up yet. They just got older.
Yes.
That's all that means. So if you ever come across that, all I suggest to you is move on
Yes.
because they ain't worth it. Because anybody that really knows anything about sex knows, especially when you're having a regular partner, you have to teach them what you like. And that's a constant experience. Even in a relationship where you've been in a relationship for a while, there's still things you might show your partner that you never showed them before because it's something that maybe you just didn't get to. And now you're like, as you're getting more comfortable saying, hey, I want to add a little of this to this, or maybe could we try some of this? You understand what I'm saying? A
Hmm.
little extra this, a little extra that. That only
Yes.
happens with somebody that's mature and patient.
Hmm.
And fellas, that goes for us too. Sometimes we got to walk these women through it because they're second guessing themselves the whole time. We have to show them exactly what it is that we like and how we like it. Not say, oh, well, she ain't doing it the way we want. So I'm gonna go have Shorty that's been sucking my dick for 5 years do that damn thing because she know how to do
Right.
it. Because more than likely, you can get them on the level. You just gotta show them.
Communication, like you just said. Like we all been talking about communication. That's all it really
Communication.
boils down to.
Mm-hmm.
Communication, and she has to retain and understand. Everybody has to retain and understand what their partner wants. Retain that shit. Remember it from the jump. Keep
Mm-hmm.
practicing it until you get it right. Like I said before, it might take the 30th time before you get it right. But if you really, really into somebody and you really, really want that person to stay in your life, like he said, you got to be patient. And that person has got to be willing to practice, practice, practice on you. And you got to be willing to continue to be patient, patient, patient with them until, okay, now we got this rhythm going. Now we got this thing right. Now they done learn my body. So why go back to old girl that you know that ain't good for you 5 years ago? Okay, so I'm just saying. But look, can we go on to something else too now?
Oh, well, we can move on from that
Okay,
because
well, I wanted to hit on condom sizes. Well, not condom sizes itself, but okay. I'm just saying, if you know you ain't no magnum, why you
I
grabbing?
knew you was gonna say this.
I'm just saying, why you grabbing a magnum when you a lifestyle? Come on now, stop. Be real with yourself and the woman that you. I know everybody want to be King Dangalang. Everybody want to be that anaconda. Look here, if you working with a worm, be for real. If you working with the little inchworm, if you working with the turtle, if you working with something else, okay? Don't have this woman, myself. Let me stop. I ain't gonna put myself in it, but I'm just saying, don't make
You just totally this second time you done busted, blew up your own spot. First you blew up your son's spot. Now you blowing up your own spot. I'm just like, I don't even know what to say on this one. I can't relate.
I'm just saying, why you lying on your side? Stop it. If you know that you ain't got it like that, grab them lifestyles and let's get this in.
No,
Stop
but
playing
here's
with
some
me.
real shit. Lifestyles come in more than one size too, so
I
don't.
know, I'm just saying. Them regular ones that you get from the clinic.
No, don't use those. Don't listen to her. Okay, listen. Time out.
I'm just saying, shut up.
No,
Don't
no,
talk.
no. I'm gonna say this real quick. First of all, first of all, this ain't even about that. Listen, fellas. Most women hate magnums. Even if you are the type of fella that can properly put one on, they hate them anyway because those things irritate their vagina more than anything else. That monoxyl 9 combination with that latex dries them out so fast, and those things break so easily. I'm gonna tell you this: get you a motherfucking skin. They come in different sizes too, so if you got size, you can get the large ones. It's okay. And if you don't buy the large one. Get the regular skin. Let me tell you a little secret. The wrappers almost look the same, so she ain't even gonna notice. If she's already down to get down, why the fuck are you flexing with a condom that don't fit? Make it make sense. That's not even fun for you. I can't imagine you humping a fucking loose bag. Can't feel that good. The whole point of the condom is to fit on you snugly so you can still feel the insides while being safe. That
Exactly.
and not getting her pregnant would be nice too, because child support is a
Yes.
motherfucker.
Yes.
You understand? So my thing is, if you want to flex with something, flex with a pair of sneakers. Get a pair of sneakers that's a size too big and go walk around with them motherfuckers. Don't do that with your condom. Because if I was a woman and I saw somebody do that, I'd send them home. Just like back in the days, and this is another thing I want to get to. I'm going to get to this. And Sabrina, just sit with me with this for a minute because I know.
Go ahead.
Ladies, you got to do a self-check before that man comes near you.
Yes.
Because I get it. I'm a man of science. I understand how the pH balance thing works. I get all of that. But sometimes I really look at a woman and say, you did not self-check before you realized that your nanny was not smelling too good.
Ooh.
Like that's basic stuff that you're supposed to do before you even let that man near you. If you just came back from the club dancing all night and you know your body, some women, they could dance, they can sweat, come home and they don't smell like nothing. That's also diet. Diet's another thing because sometimes if your diet's really bad, it can affect down here too. Again, drinking a lot of water, eating some fruits, super greens, vitamins, and let the water go up in your hole.
Please.
If you're just showering and everything's falling down, how do you think anything's in there is getting washed? I don't remember who told me this technique, but the technique sounds kind of dope. You take the douche bottle and you empty out the douche shit because that douche shit don't do no good shit for you.
Right.
You fill that motherfucker up with water, you put that thing up in you, and you squirt that shit up in there,
doing it.
around, and keep it. However, now it's sad that I gotta say this, and I ain't got a vagina. Okay? I just know how it works, and I know I came out of one, so I should care about how they manage. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
And my thing is, there's been times a girl could get up from her seat and I still smell her when she got up. Like, these are things that really happen. Or I'll go in the bathroom at an event or something behind a woman who just used that bathroom and she left her whole self in that bathroom. Smelling like fish and chips in the damn toilet. There's no excuse for that. And also, women, you know what else causes that? When you have a lot of unprotected sex, especially if you're doing it with multiple partners. You letting all of them drop their little jisms up in you. And then you wondering why your joint ain't smelling too fresh. That's another reason. I'm going to get to the fellas thing in a minute because there's a fellas end to that too.
Hold on, I'm gonna get into all that. I wanted to jump on that too.
After I say the men's thing, I want you to just go on because the men's thing is gonna segue into you.
Okay, go ahead.
But what I'm gonna just say, last thing I'm gonna say about the women's part when it comes to that. Understand, there are guys like me out here. I'll send a woman home. If you have the nerve to come to me and you knew we was going to have sex and you going to come to me and you ain't smelling right, you can find your way back home just like you found your way here. I'm not paying for your Uber either. Because you had the nerve to come to me smelling like sour grits and potatoes. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it's disgusting.
How is that even possible?
Oh my God. How is that possible?
How is that possible?
A lot of women don't wash out. I've actually seen it. A woman will come. I'll never forget this one woman. She came off the plane. She came off a plane. She's in the hotel. I helped her with her bags upstairs. So she says, hold on, I'm going to just shower real quick. I'm just sitting there minding my business. All this girl did was run the water down her body. I said, wait a minute. Now, don't you need to get up under there? All you did was lotion and soap your skin. You forgot the most important part. I personally, if I made a suggestion, I would say you need to have a designated something to clean that with, whether it be a rag, a tube, or whatever it is. Just for that. Don't let it use nothing else. Have a specific soap for it, because a lot of women are sensitive. They can only use a specific thing. But fellas, I'm gonna roll over to the fellas because I want you to say what you guys say, and then we can wrap this shit up.
Mhm.
Um, fellas, you can't be running around all day and then putting cheesy dick in front of these women's face either. Cause so many of y'all I've heard do that shit too. And the reason why I say cheesy is because I've been told. You come here with all day cheesy balls and want her to be gargling on them shits and sliming them shits like them shits is fresh out the shower. And granted, much like some women, some men don't have body odor like that, so they can more get away with it than others. Where once they're fresh unless they work out or do something physical throughout the day. But there are some men who naturally just have BO. And you know who you is. And I know who you is because I've been in some places where people were doing things at the same time and that shit smelled like hot peas and butter. just to put it nicely. And I'm sitting up there like, because I'm judging. And if I see a woman that'll mess with a man and I know he funky because I smell him, I'm not gonna ever in life come near you. But trust me, there are she left the screen. There are a lot of fellas like me. I know because we talk.
Oh my God.
We talk. And you know what they say?
Forgive me.
Say, if she mess with this nasty ass motherfucker,
oh God,
I'm damn sure I'm not about to mess with her. Because you like funky niggas, and I'm sorry, but if you like some funky, more than likely something funky about you. So I don't want no part of you either. And that's just some real shit for your ass. I'm sorry. You fellas, you need to groom. You can't be sitting here with the African jungle between your legs. Most of you want to look bigger anyway. So shave it down. It'll give you an extra inch of impressive wood to show off.
oh my God, I'm crying.
And soap it up.
Oh, Jesus.
Make sure you get in the crevices, especially you chunkier dudes. You got to make sure you get in the cheese cracks. I'm sorry. I'm trying my best to hold a straight face while I say this, but seriously, you need to do your best. So, I can't even hold this. This is too funny. Because it's sad that I have to say this, but the thing is, I wouldn't say this if it wasn't happening.
Oh my God. Oh, Jesus.
But you all right, Sabrina? You need a minute?
Forgive me. Forgive me. Oh my God. Oh
no, but I mean, this is something that's very real, something that happens, and a lot of times people don't acknowledge it.
Oh.
Dudes be wanting to get that. It's like, listen, even if you don't want, listen, I'll even give you a cheat code. Even if you ain't really break a sweat, sneak in the bathroom real quick. Say you're gonna take a pee. And most bathrooms, they have paper towel and stuff in there. Put a little soap on the hands, get in the creases. Throw a little water afterwards, dry that motherfucker off. If she asks you why you a little damp, say you like to wash off when you pee. I know I do, but that's me. You pee, you at least want to get that tip and clean that shit off. Why would you want your woman to put her mouth on a pissy penis?
Right.
Just like I can't stand, I've heard this. I can't say I've experienced this myself, but I've heard about women coming with their pissy pussy. Yeah, pussy smell like pee and bad decisions.
Not cool. Not cool.
It
Listen,
happens.
I'm gonna hit on this hygiene thing too, y'all. So
But,
we ain't done.
I think I'm done. I've said God knows way more than I probably should have said. But it is what it is. This is how we talk on this podcast. We talk truth.
Yes.
And Sabrina, please, before my face explodes, because I've been holding my laughter in for a minute.
Well, okay, back to the oral thing. Okay, let's go back to that.
I'm so focused on that shit.
Your teeth. Brush your teeth. Brush your teeth. Why you gonna eat? Okay, most
Don't
everything you got some garlic. That to all that. Get all that out the mouth. Because what's the point in washing yourself up if you know that you're gonna come behind it with nasty mouth? That is so gross, y'all. You putting garlic down there. You putting bread down there. Just think about this shit. You put damn salad dressing down there. I mean, anything you done ate and sucked on throughout the day, sugar doesn't go down there. None of that goes down there on either partner.
Balance is thrown off.
Exactly.
You think she's cheating, but no, she's cheating with your dirty mouth.
Yes. So y'all got to make sure you brush, gargle, floss all the time, especially before sex. Even after sex, make sure you do it too. Okay, this is something that should have been taught to you from the very beginning. Before and after you do whatever you're gonna do, brush your teeth, wash your body. Because what's the point in even after you've had sex? Okay, a woman goes and wash herself off, fellas, y'all lay in the bed and just be sitting there like you let cum dry on your dick. Okay, so you didn't let dry ass cum. You done let dry ass cum. Some women do it too. I'm not one of them women. I'm sorry, y'all. I get up and watch. I'm sorry. I'm not going to, even if I use condoms.
I will say this. To be fair, sometimes you have a good session. Both of y'all just fall out in that bed nasty. That's different, though.
That's different.
Also, I will say this. But if you're going to deal with multiple partners in the day, and again, those people know who I'm talking about, because that's a thing. It happens. But my thing is, if you're going to deal with multiple partners in a day, you need to be brushing and breaking out the Listerine. That mouth needs to burn.
Mm-hmm.
Let that mouth burn. Burn all that nasty juice out of you. Yes. So at least when you come to the next one, you come in with a fresh mouth. Mm-hmm. Because, again, a lot of y'all walk around smelling like fucking used condoms and bad decisions. And that shit is fucking depressing.
Ladies, that the showers aren't working. Okay. Submerge that ass. Submerge that ass in the tub. Okay. Let her soak.
That ass.
Submerge that ass. Definitely. Submerge that ass in the tub. I mean, you ain't gotta put no soap in the water. None of that. All you just need is water. Submerge that ass, let it soak. I mean, get your finger in there and swirl up in there real good to get all that nasty out of there. Get up in there. Get all that out. Wash your ass. Okay? I'm talking about your ass. You got to get up in your booty hole. Get the boo-boo out of there. Because that's causing y'all to have body odors too. When you sit
Mm-hmm.
active, why you gonna leave doodle in your ass for him to? What's the point? Get up in there too. Same
I
thing.
am glad that I
Get
have
up.
not come
Get up in
across
there.
these problems. That's one that I
Get
didn't
up
think
in
about.
there too. Yeah, you better get up in there too. Wash that ass.
Yeah, you sound like a straight parent with that
Get up
one.
there.
He said, get up in there and wash
Wash
that ass.
that ass.
And you saw she tightened her lip when she said it. Said, wash that ass.
Because just like
Last time
he,
I heard anybody say
I
something with a lip that tight was my parent. And that
look,
was when I was young. And she'd be
look.
like, go in there and wash that ass. And I'd be
I
like, all right, I'm in there.
just like he
You
just said. He said the same thing I was gonna say anyway. I get tired of going in the restroom after y'all, and I smell y'all bodies, and I'm like, what the? Then burnt my fucking nose hairs and
Not even
shit.
that. They walk past you. You know what?
Yes,
No, you know what was the worst? Wait for the summertime and when you go to a party and you get past a girl that been dancing all night and she smelling like chicken of the sea.
not,
Motherfucking sun kissed ass pussy.
not cool, not cool. And look, y'all, I'm into women too, so I have to worry about the same damn thing. I'm like, damn, I'm glad I ain't even touched tongue. Oh my god, you smell like that?
I'll be like, yo, can y'all? I'll be like,
Oh,
one time I'll tell a funny story because I can't blow up their spot. Some girl tried to come up in our section. Me and my boys, we had our section. And we used to there drinking, whatever. The girl come over there. She cock up her leg trying to dance by me. So anybody that knows me knows my face can emote sometimes. So I was like, I look at my boy. He looked at me like, what? I said, will you get Bumblebee out of here, please? When he heard that, he got it because he knows I hate fish. I don't like fish. I don't eat fish. And the first thing I thought of was Bumblebee tuna. So I said, can you please get Bumblebee out of here? Because nobody asked for her to come here anyway. Then she want to cock up a leg and give me a whole fish market when she pull up. And I'm just like, I'm going to assume you didn't leave. There's no excuse to smell that way. That means you have bacteria
yes.
soaking in your box. That is not something that just happens because you did one, just because you sweated. Oh, I was sweaty. That was on no. You ain't
No, you
washed
don't
that.
wash. Look here,
I've
I'm
been
gonna tell y'all.
around. I've been
Look,
around, and you know, Let me shut up. Anyway, so
look, day and night wash. Okay, I mean, even if you hadn't had sex, because I even know it myself. Most any man that talks to me, they know I take a bath. I have a whole routine. I take my bath at night. Okay,
even if they fall asleep,
then go to sleep because I sweat throughout the night. You gonna sweat. You
uh-huh.
gonna get up and pee
We
throughout
all
the night.
sweat when
Guess
we
what?
sleep.
Guess
Yeah,
what you need to be doing in the morning? Washing
wash
your.
that ass. If she
You
say
don't let a
that.
whole 8 hours go by, and you ain't gonna wash your ass.
Oh my god.
Bro. And then you got the rest of the day.
No, but my
That is
thing is too.
disgusting.
No, but my thing is how you just funky and you think it's okay is the part for me. And you know what?
Mm-mm.
It be the prettiest fucking girls that be having that problem. A lot of time people think it's the big girls. Big girls don't have that problem most of the time. You know why? Because they already self-conscious about this shit, so they extra on it. They be smelling like fucking strawberries and pineapples all goddamn time. Every time you go near a bigger girl, them girls smell like straight fruit baskets. But my whole thing is really be them slim things, them little pretty gals, whatever. especially ones that got a little bit of shape on them, whatever, think they all that. And they'll be coming out and them legs spread, and you'll think that chicken of the sea just opened in your bedroom. Like, what the fuck just happened in here? You understand what I'm saying? And it is atrocious. I kicked one of those
out too.
once
I'm sorry. Wash y'all feet when y'all. I'm the type of person. Look,
just submerge yourself in
everything,
the
but wash everything. Your feet, behind your ears, because you never know what somebody gonna fit. You never know what somebody gonna smell. Everything, fellas, y'all need to be getting y'all booty hole too. Sorry, it's your ass.
Lord Jesus.
Hell, I'm not gonna be washing your asshole for you. I know you probably be, I ain't no homo. Well, motherfucker, you need to be washing your ass still. You got boo boo, you shit, don't you? Okay then. Get in the crack of your ass.
150% wash that ass.
Y'all ain't exempt. Wash that boo boo out your ass.
Sabrina, we are running in circles. The long and short of the
We
story
just want to make sure that everybody's understanding this.
If they ain't heard it by now, they ain't gonna hear it.
Look, these grown ass people walk around here in Florida funky. All right, and I'm sick of y'all.
You know why?
Be spanking.
I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why. It's because they live for the fun. Oh. They die for the fun. they rock for the fun. They fuck like that.
You're an idiot. I can't with you.
That's so what it is.
Okay. With all that being said, guys, this has been something that we, definitely want to hit on. We hit on a lot of things. We talked about sex. We talked about a lot of things that surround sex. Okay.
Sex.
Get yourself tested. Number one, please. STDs out there, some shit you can't get rid of. Okay.
Some shit
the very first thing you need to be making sure is that you know your status and that you're being safe. Please wear protection. Okay. And see a doctor yearly. Get your annual. Please. I know a lot of men don't do it. They say the black men don't do it. And it is true. A lot of black men do not.
A lot of black women don't either.
Black women are more going to the doctor than men. Trust me on that.
That is very true.
It's reports showing, but some don't. That's why I'm saying everybody.
No, that's true.
Everybody get yourself tested, know your status, and keep yourself safe. Do everything that you can to keep yourself safe. Wear them damn condoms. Sick and tired of hearing women say, "Oh, he told me I don't have. He don't like using condoms because send his ass running. The way he came, the motherfucking way he need to be going out." All right, I'm sick of y'all. Wear them damn condoms, because I promise you, anybody come around me looking at me side-eyed and crazy like you don't want to wear no condom. I'm like, you wait tonight, you get the hell out of here. Wear them damn condoms.
All right, so we appreciate everybody for popping out on this thing. My computer freezing. I can't even see what people saying anymore, except for what I'm reading through the studio, but it doesn't show their names.
Thank you, guys. We really appreciate tuning in tonight.
I want to say thank you for popping out. A lot of people popped out, pulled in, pulled out. Ayo. Don't play that pull-out game. Play that put-on game. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
So in closing, I'm going to say, guys, wear your goddamn size condom. And women, submerge that ass.
Later. Good night, y'all.